Hello guys and welcome back to another video here on the 300-second gaming channel. As you know, yesterday's video did really well, so I'm going to be providing sort of an update on that with all the prices, the best and most updated prices for the new update items based on what I have been seeing in the shops for the past day since the update has dropped. And obviously these are the prices. These prices in a week, they'll probably in a few days, once the hype dies down, or even more once there's a new update, the prices will change. But for now, here are the prices. But before we get into them, don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on. Let's continue. Okay, so the first thing is, of course, the LED lights. And these blocks, so far, there really isn't all that much function for them, other than once you set your thing up, you can have your LED going out of like your solar panel, and then have the output thing on the LED going towards your whatever system you're powering, so that you'll know, this way you know that you have power just in case. But other than that, there's not much for them. So they're selling for about, I would say, 500,000 to 1 million. And again, this is just because of all the hype and also electrite. People are lazy, it's a fact. So they're buying all these new items for much more than they're really worth. So I would say don't buy it unless you're really lazy. Not trying to judge you or anything, but it's true probably. And also, or if you really need them for a build or something. They're dirt cheap. It's 9 out of 10 times just a better option to craft it. And the demand for them is relatively low. So if you don't know already, the demand, you want it to be high, because the higher the demand, the more likely it is that someone will want to buy it for a good price instead of some rip-off low price, or you're just losing so much money per sale. And then the next item on the list is the splitter. And this thing, the demand is high. Wait, what? Oh my god, I just moved my workbench, and now I have to upgrade it all over again. No way, dude, that is a ripoff. Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, the splitter, it's 10 cry iron. There is still, in the standard tier 3, you can still get a randomizer. So it really just depends on what resources are more easily available. But the thing with the splitter is you can power it on and off, which in some applications is good, because you might not always want to split your things, or maybe this way you have multiple storage systems or something like that. So that can be helpful. And if you need it, it is selling for about 2 to 4 million, even though the demand is high, I would say. A lot of people really want them, because these items are just, the whole splitter thing and all, are really overpowered and in a good way. So, but the demand is high, but the supply is low, which is also just driving the price up. So if you can get a ton of crystallized iron, which I do have a video up about that, then you can make tons of money. Next, for electrite, well, again, demand is high, but supply is low. Because, you need so much electrite for all these upgrades, but at the same time, people don't want to sell it because they also want to keep it so that they can get all this great new stuff. So it's like, You sort of need to just grind it. But if you are selling it, trading for it, I've seen it selling, if from anywhere, in all honesty, from 2,000 to 300,000. So I would say you should probably sell it, well, obviously as much as you can, but no less than 5,000. And you should buy it for no more than maybe 10,000. Because, the people selling it for 300,000, a few people, yes, that are just really rich and they really don't care, they just don't want to grind. Yes, but other than that, it's not worth it to buy electrite for 300,000, considering that, look, I've been grinding for 5 minutes and I already have 82. If you want to pay a couple billion for that, for 5 minutes of grinding, okay. I personally don't, and that's really all there is to it. Next, we have the switch, and this is a really good item because, as I was saying, with the splitter, how you can turn it on and off. Also, if you just want to turn on and off anything in general, the switch is selling for about 500,000 to 1 million is a good price for it. Anything higher is you can definitely get it for less. And I would sell it for at least 500,000. And again, the switch is another one of those items that's not all that expensive. So it's you need to really consider, is it really worth it to go out and spend a lot of money on it? Or should you just spend 30 seconds grinding and get the stuff you need for it? But that's up to you. Next, and the demand for the switch is medium. And then the randomizer, which I know this is not an update item, but I just thought it would be cool to see how the randomizer is doing after the new 10 crystallized iron verse 1 buffalo core thing. And this thing, it's exactly the same as the splitter, but the splitter can be powered on and off. Also, the splitter is 10 cry iron, and the randomizer is 1 buff crystal. So it's up to you. Whatever one you can get more easily is what I would recommend. Because you can use the splitter and just attach it to a solar thing or whatnot. And it will work just as well as a randomizer. And then the demand for them is through the roof for both splitters and randomizers. Through the roof demand. But there aren't a lot of them on the market because they're just very expensive. So I would say buy them, the randomizers, for about 1 to 4 million is a good price. But a lot of times it's cheaper just to buy the buff crystal, because a lot of places are selling buff crystals for about 250,000, 500,000. Yes, 250,000 to 500,000, which is a lot cheaper. So, if you just notice these things, especially as you're starting off in the game and you don't want to spend more money than you have to, you can definitely save a lot of money that way. The Workbench, okay, so this is a severe ripoff, is selling for 40,000, and honestly, don't ask me why. I've gotten that much, 116 in 5 minutes, maybe 10. That's just a ripoff. But you want to pay for it. Your problem, not mine. Then for the time, and the demand for it is low, because most people can just go out and get it themselves relatively easily. Now for the timer, this thing is pretty much so that you can turn on your LED lights or even just your various different stuff. You can turn it on and off on a timer. So if you want to build more complex systems, this is definitely a must. And it's selling for about 50,000 to 100,000. Again, not that expensive, but the thing is you need to upgrade your workbench to the level 3, which is the max level right now, I'm pretty sure. And then that's what drives up the price, because it's not all that expensive, but a lot of people just haven't gotten that level 3 yet, so they just don't have access to it. Next, for the wire tool, well, I mean, I have actually seen it. I've seen a few places buying it and selling it for up to 100,000. Honestly, people, just craft it. You have to break, look at this, about 1 to 2 nodes to get it. Look. 1 and 2. I break 2 nodes. Sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll only take 1, and you can get the wire tool. I mean, really, who buys it for such an extremely high price? Demand is low, again, because it's just so easy for anyone that wants to get it that it's like, really, people, why do you buy it for such rip-off prices? But anyways, next is all the other items. Well, I don't really have a price for them because I've been going to a lot of shops and the demand for them and the supply is so low for like all the XO or whatever logic gates and all that it's really like you're probably not going to find them, especially at this time when a lot of people haven't even unlocked the ability to craft them. But for now, I'm doing jessetc gaming. Don't forget to subscribe, smash like, and see you in the next one.